Welcome to Calling Out with Susan Pinsky. We're here at the Skankfest USA, where all the great celebrities come together and get skanky together. I'm here with Colby Rebel, who is a psychic medium and also an award-winning psychic medium, speaker, business coach, founder of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center, which is where you go to learn how to be a spiritual guider. And she's also an author of Leap of Faith, Psychic Senses, and Coffee with Colby, which is also the name of her podcast. Is that correct?
It is. Well, my podcast is the Colby Rebel Show, but
okay.
Yes.
And she's done a lot of TV, and she also is on Instagram at colbyrebelmedium.com or medium, and also at the colbyrebel.com. So like if you need a psychic reading, if you like what she does, then she can bring light into your life and sort of like a psychic therapist or something if you need. And speaking of therapists, I have Annie Lederman here. We're going to look over here, and she is a comedian. She's also been on my show before, but Colby has not read her.
No.
She said, speaking of therapists, this bitch needs one. She keeps calling my fucking husband at 3 a.m, asking him psychological questions.
And she's been performing here at the Skankfest and doing a phenomenal job. She's also, let's see, what else can I say about her that's really not, I've been like kind of stalking her because I don't know why. I feel like she's really funny and I like being her friend. So
yeah, we like each other.
But anyways, she only has a few minutes. So she has about 8 minutes to get started. Uh-oh. So Colby, I just want you to tap into her soul. And basically I've not told her anything, other than she found out, I guess, just by meeting her the other day on the cruise we took. But she's just going to sort of go into her psychic trance, you might say, and then she's going to give us a reading so that, we can blow Annie's mind.
Oh, well, let's hope. Hi, Annie.
No pressure.
You excited?
I am excited.
What a little break you get from having to be up on stage. And
I know, honestly, the worst part of Skankfest is when they're like, do stand up. You're like, what? I thought I was just going to do mushrooms with my friends and fans. No? All right.
Well, let's do this. Okay, let me tune in here. Okay, so it's interesting because I'm a little torn between going psychic with you, which means talking about your life, things coming in, but I'm also connecting to the other side for you. So I do feel like there's a male on the other side for you. And I get a feeling where this male, he doesn't feel very elderly to me. He doesn't reach elderly years to me. And I do get the sense where the feeling I get around it is that maybe, to be honest, maybe it wasn't the closest relation. There's some stress or angst around it. Maybe he wasn't super comfortable kind of coming in. So can you understand either a male on the other side, like a father, or a male on the other side that would be a friend that he wasn't as old when he passes?
I have 2 friends that are dead. I really don't have that many deadies in my life.
Good. Well, that's lucky for you. Yeah. But do you understand one that not as old when he passes is on the other side?
My friend Raul, who died of a heroin overdose, my friend from college.
But don't tell me how he died. Let me do it. That doesn't help if you do the reading. But I get the sense with this guy, the feeling, I was going to say quick passing, so that makes sense with heroin. But I get the sense where I just feel like maybe he spent a lot of time trying to make other people feel better. Just kind of always kind of a cheerleader. I feel like always kind of getting people to laugh, that sort of thing.
That could be Brody. Maybe it's Brody.
Would you also understand, would there have been with one of them a flirting connection? Did Brody have a crush on you?
No.
No, neither of them did?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Would you understand what Brody, which one's louder?
Yeah, but how do you know?
They're both so loud.
Okay.
I guess I wouldn't know, but
The guy I have is loud. He gives me the sense of being more outrageous, funny, keeping people together. I would think if you have a support, like he's your cheerleader, like he's the one that is like, I've got you, I'm there for you. Gives me a sense of the quick passing. And a lot of people are around them. Like, I feel like when he passes, a lot of people are kind of bummed that like, oh, that's such a bummer. He was such a good guy, or he's such a cool guy.
Yeah,
like
that could be Brody, yeah.
You know, that sort of thing around him.
Mm-hmm.
But I really get the feeling where he shows me being really quite the supporter of you and what you do now. So I think there's an interest in that, more of like, you didn't do the 9 to 5. It's more of you kind of living your life and that sort of thing. So I think it's someone who wouldn't have like just had a typical 9 to 5 kind of life, you know, that sort of thing. So we're talking to Brody. Is that?
It could be both of them.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Are these comedians?
Well, let me just tell you. Don't answer. I don't want to hear.
Okay, sorry.
Don't. The one I get, I am just curious. Would one have been? I'm seeing one. Don't tell me if they both had darker hair, but I'm seeing darker hair and one where there's just a little bit of more to his body. There's more substance to his body.
Like fat? Fatter, but not fat.
Yeah, like a little,
Raul,
a little heavier, but
Raul,
yeah. Okay, that's kind of what I was getting around him, and I just really get the feeling where, I mean, I don't know what you know and you don't know, but there's just there's a little bit of sadness to him. I just feel like he had some sadness, and he didn't like always let people see that. He's very sensitive guy underneath, so I think he tried to hide it with humor, tried to hide it with focusing on you or focusing on other people, that sort of thing, you know? But it gives me just that, again, really more of a sense of happy to see you and happy to see you. I think taking care of yourself in general, and happy to see you happy in love. So that's actually kind of nice. So he's happy to do that and see that. But I think just more about what you're doing. So, you know, obviously we know what you do, but I think you enjoy what you're doing. And I feel like he just loves to see you passionate about what you're doing. And I really get a sense it's something where he would have wanted, or that's maybe goals he would have had. And maybe he just didn't get a chance to get there because of his passing was so quick and sudden.
So he's a big supporter of comedy.
Definitely a big supporter of comedy, but big supporter more of you not being tied down to like the office, the corporate box, more of that sort of feeling. Yeah. It's more of that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So were you close or just?
Yeah, he was like my good friend in college, and he was a musician. So he was in this band, Hughes Red Shoes, in college. And do you want to hear stuff now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the last time we saw each other, we were at our friend's wedding, and it was at this place in New Mexico called White Sands. It's like 4 or 5 hours away.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he drove back with me, him and his girlfriend, but he really wanted to go to Juarez to get heroin, and I didn't want to take him there. Because I was like, I'm not dropping you off in fucking Mexico to go like die of heroin overdose. So I had to drive him back, but he was really mad at me because he was like, you know, out of heroin. So he was like kicking my seat, and he was like really pissed at me. But I was like, I'm not. Like, he tried to leave to get out at a gas station, and I just like didn't let him go. And I brought him back, and the next day his girlfriend was like, thank you, because we would be dead for sure.
Yeah.
And so like our last hang was like a little rough, but then he died like a year later. But
remember, so in the beginning, right, when I first opened up the connection, I said there's a little bit of estrangement, a little bit of a feeling where he's like, oh, I want to come in, like, right?
Yeah, he was
so I think
mad at me. I
that's
was like,
what
I'm not driving to fucking Juarez, bitch.
That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he come through the last time you had a
did
reading?
he?
No.
Oh, I was going to say.
I can't remember.
It was someone's cat in the end.
Oh.
In the room.
Wow.
Someone was like, actually, my cat's name's Dale. Or whatever it was.
We're just starting out the show. We're gonna get the cobwebs out here.
Well, what about some psychic? You want some psychic?
Sure, yeah. I don't have too many dead people, so.
Well, we got one of them.
I know,
so we're happy he showed up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right on the dot.
He really wanted to say hi. I just get, he really did want to say hi though.
Yeah,
so
he's a sweetie. Yeah.
you should know that.
Yeah. No problem.
I also feel like with where you're, you know, it's interesting with where you're going because I feel like you have a lot of focus, a lot of drive, and you're very organized, even if you don't get credit for it. I almost feel like you're very like, this is it, point A, point B, this is where I'm going. It's like very detailed. And I also feel like there's a lot of planning, very strategic as to who am I choosing to work with? Where's this leading me? Where's this going? And I feel like that kind of business savvy that you have is actually going to really pay off for you. And I also get the sense where it's interesting just because, you know, you're very smart, even though that's not what, you know, people know you, I think, to be funny, but you're actually really smart. So I see you having, now it's probably not HBO, so forgive me, but I'd see you having a show. So that would mean cable network to me. So cable network where you're going to have a stand-up show and it's going to be this thing that's, done out. Have you done that yet, or is it in the works? So this is going to be really cool because I feel like this is coming up in the next 2 years, at least, just 2 years that it's coming in. And it might be like a Netflix special, but it's really interesting because it's not like a ton of male comedians. It's you're one of the main ones in it. And I know it's very female centered, and it just feels like for you have a sense of freedom and a sense of relaxation around it that you really enjoy it. Just something that you haven't, you know, every time, you know, maybe it's, I don't know your work enough, but it's like, there's a lot of obviously male energy, right? And it's kind of like, oh, I got to kind of play by these rules. And yet in this arena, so that's interesting. I think you write your own jokes, don't you? Do you?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I heard like you're writing your own jokes and you're writing your own kind of script, so to speak. And you have so much fun up on stage with it, and you have so much freedom. And it's little things now that you're starting to put out, it's like little sparklers that you're kind of putting out in the shows that you're doing now. But when it all comes together, there's such a level of confidence with it. There's a level of, you know, it's really interesting. I feel like you're really going to go down as a very respected comedian, which is kind of very cool.
Oh, yeah, bitch.
You know?
That's what we want.
So,
we're all in it for the respect.
You know, it's really good, though. I mean, it feels really interesting.
Well, people love you.
Oh.
And you stand out. You're a ray of sunshine, and everybody I've spoken to just say wonderful things.
Oh.
So just take care of your tummy. Do you have digestive? Is your tummy about okay? Just keep. I want you to.
I'm off Ozempic because she keeps telling me about her
she was on something. See?
Yeah.
She was on something.
Craig, is that you?
Her ghosts keep coming and telling me that I have to get off Ozempic. But I did.
Yeah, Craig.
And it's been great. It actually feels really good.
Is Craig here?
But it's funny. I felt something around her stomach and like, oh, she's got to keep an eye on her stomach.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, even though you're off it, you should definitely keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Maybe use Metamucil or something and get it flowing, get it moving.
I have been really
lots
feeling
of
very
fiber.
healthy, yeah. Okay.
And because I heard that what happens is Ozempic makes your stomach not open up. That's what makes you feel full all the time. But sometimes if the bowels aren't moving, they turn black and then they get septic and then you die.
Jeez.
I heard this from Dr. Drew too. So.
Well,
but I also, I will say this, I never was not hungry. Like I had a different experience of Ozempic than everyone else.
But you just want to make sure that whatever
course.
happens in there is good and flowy.
I won't hold in. I have no grudges anymore. I've given up on my grudges. So
but you know what? Working out, using weights, and just eating right is a really good way to do it too. That's what I did.
V-Shred.
Yes. Whoop, whoop. V-Shred.
V-Shred, bitches.
But I'm not feeling like children right away. I don't know if children just aren't a priority at this point for you, but I'm feeling like I feel like there's going to be like a couple years and then we're going to go, all right, it's time.
Great news. Yeah, because I have frozen embryos. I got them on ice, but I don't want to do it yet. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be an old mom. I'm like, oh, it's already too late. I'm going to be an old mom.
There's another thing. We have a sponsor, by the way. If anybody wants to know who our sponsors are, hey, Mark is here. You go to drdrew.com/sponsors and you can get True Niagen. Let me tell Annie about our sponsor.
Okay.
Annie, hi Mark.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice hair.
Annie, wait,
this is
we
very,
were talking.
this is very porno,
We
right?
were
This
talking
feels
about
weird.
getting pregnant. So, Annie,
Do you have kids? Are you having kids?
On the way.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
Annie, you
Full
need
downs.
to take True Niagen, which is one of our sponsors, and it helps with getting pregnant and Kat.
So
Tim.
don't take it yet.
You guys know Kat.
Of
Tim,
course,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
She froze her embryos, and she just started taking the True Niagen. She got pregnant. That's
Yeah.
Wow.
like a week later, literally.
Yeah.
So they use it
I know she was like, whoops,
for
I wasn't ready.
fertility issues and stuff. They use this True Niagen. It's an NR product or NAD, and it's one of our sponsors. And it's drdrew.com/True Niagen. Everybody out there, if you're trying to get pregnant, definitely get it. 1,000 milligrams a day. I'm not kidding. It works. They use it, and it's a great product. I get the infusions, and
Oh, I love NAD
and it helps
infusions,
your
baby.
cell rejuvenation.
I love rich people shit. I go whatever the rich people are doing, inject
And everybody
me with
goes,
it.
"Oh,
and then my
Dr. Drew
credit card
never
gets shut
ages.
off.
He looks so young all the time." And it's like he said, it's because of the True Niagen. So
You look young.
Oh, really? I'm wildly hungover.
Yeah. Oh,
I
really?
need some NAD.
oh,
or
and
whatever.
it
Give
also
them some
helps
NAD.
when you're hungover to get
Really?
to use the NR and the drips. So like if you get the NR drips after you go to Vegas for a week,
Sure,
it's really
hey,
good for you.
I'm down.
It's great
I've
for
seen you
young
in
people.
pictures getting
I get the IV all the time.
IVs.
And it's not just because they pay us. Like even though they may not be our sponsor for long, I will keep taking that. So just so you know, put it out in the universe. So thank you, True Niagen, for being our sponsor, but also just for healthy reasons. I want everybody here to start taking it. So.
All right. I thought
Okay.
people were trying not to get pregnant. I thought that was the whole plan.
It shifts pretty fast.
Yeah,
yeah.
Then
it
you
really
go,
does.
oh, whoops, now it's hard.
So,
Right,
so Mark,
right.
I'm going to explain to you how this podcast works. Typically, like when somebody comes in, you go, oh, Mark does this, he's that. You can find him here. He's a genius. He's a,
Jeez.
whatever.
Take it
You
easy.
you go through the whole like rundown. But because the psychic medium is going to tell you things about yourself, I can't give her too much information.
I know. I just outed you for the baby thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's okay. But she's going to tap into your dead people and then give you.
Boy.
Yeah, I don't know if you have anybody, but don't say anything.
Are you aware that
No,
I'm
no,
thinking
no, no.
about the cleavage? All right.
Yeah, no, don't give her too much information.
Okay.
But you can acknowledge her, but then you can also just see where it goes.
All right,
I know
we'll
there's
see
a
what
joke.
happens.
I wasn't laughing. Sorry. I'm trying to be serious here because I'm not the greatest host in the world, but
No, you're doing great.
I'd like to be a stand-up.
we don't
comedian.
want this.
You're great
We
host.
don't want this. We don't want you having low self-esteem. We want high
Yes.
self-esteem Susan. We like high self-esteem Susan. She needs some more NAD, quick.
Yeah, and hard R.
I took mine today.
Hard
But,
R.
okay, so are you good, Annie? Because I want to keep you here at 6:08. You have a
Yeah, let me go check in. I can come back up too.
Okay.
Are you
It's not
leaving?
going on. I gotta leave.
We're playing musical clairs here today, so you get to come in and out as you have time. It's sort of a
Okay.
weird thing at the Skankfest. Like all these comedians go out and then they like get in line, do their bit, and then they rotate around the whole venue. It's a big festival, and so like Annie will come, she'll go, she'll come, she'll go. She'll have a
She
good
never
time.
comes.
Not
So
with
what
you.
I'll do is I'm going to have you scooch over into Annie's seat.
Love you. Thank you. Love
Oh,
you. Good to see you. I
did
can't
you get
wait
a
to hang out with you
reading?
more. I did.
Oh,
it was
man.
great. HBO.
Hey, HPV.
Nice to see you.
Mic drop.
All right, Norman, I'll catch you.
All right, I'll see you around.
And then we're going to scooch another person in here too. This is Drew.
This is Drew.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give any more information, even though, I don't know if you met, but he just did a show with Drew.
I don't want to know. Don't tell me anything.
tell.
So, okay, so since there's two of you here and there's other people in the room, just in case,
Yeah.
Colby's going to tap into somebody and then you guys are going to say, I resonate with that. And then we'll move forward from there. But I know Mark has to leave
I got
before.
a show at 7, but we got some time.
Oh, let me see
Okay,
how
good. We're
quickly
good.
I can bring in your dead person.
Tap
That's
in.
great.
Bring it
No
in.
pressure. How you guys doing? Good?
I'm good.
Hungover.
Have you ever had a reading?
Never.
Never? Are you guys open to it?
Sure,
Talking about your loved
sure.
ones, who's there?
Am I going to be hypnotized at any point?
No, I'm not a hypnotherapist.
Then I'm in.
Nope, not going to perform any Reiki on you.
Okay.
No acupuncture. Definitely not any sex. My husband definitely would not like that.
No surprises.
Just dead people.
No sexual
Let's do
harassment.
it.
Or
or
just psychic too. We feel good about that?
Yeah.
Are these
Okay.
dead people we know or just random dead people?
No, I think ideally you would know them.
Okay.
Could be your wife's dead people too. So if you have a partner or
Okay.
someone like that, just extend that out. Who else it could be if it's not your direct family. Sound good?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay,
Can't
cool.
wait.
All right, let's see.
Oh, you're at the Circa. See, that was my little deduction there from the VIP pass. I'm psychic. All right, sorry there, madam. Hit me.
Okay, so
Medium.
I've got a male on the other side that will you point it?
Are you doing him or me?
Both of us, I think.
Let me do it first.
Oh, sorry. All right.
So I have a male on the other side. He definitely gives me a little bit of an older generation. So this is a guy I think would have liked hunting or the outdoors, something in nature, water, fishing. Do you understand that? A dad or a grandfather on the other side for you that this resonates with?
Yes.
Because I feel
Oh.
like I'm just drawn. Yeah, so you just see your way out
Okay.
of this. No, just
Other
kidding.
side
Come
is
on.
dead. I didn't
Come
know
on in
that.
here.
I'm learning.
This male comes in because he comes in just very strong. I feel like he would have had a very good bond or tie with you. Someone I think you would have spent time with maybe when you were real young, but it's been a long time since he's transitioned or passed. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. He also gives me the feeling where he is maybe not a man of a lot of words. Like it's almost like there's a sense when he says something, we listen. Like, he said it. We better listen to him. Like you don't want to ever talk back to this man. Do you understand that?
I think that's most grandfathers, but yes.
Well, see, it's not most grandfathers, but I get the feeling with him where I do feel like he enjoyed having you, especially by his side. I think he really enjoyed being with you more than he was able to show you. You know, there's a little bit of that stoicness, but he also, I feel like he liked to do things. He was very kind of by the book, I want to say. So very much like it has to be this way or that way. You understand that?
Yes.
Right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know if there was something with his heart or an ailment with his heart towards the end of his life? Do you know that or do you not know that?
I do not know that.
Okay, do you mind checking with the family just to
I'm going
see?
to call my dad right now.
Oh,
my.
Ask how his dad died.
Yeah, I feel like there's something where I do feel like there's an illness, so I'm not necessarily feeling like this is a heart attack, but you want to text him? You want to call him just now?
Oh,
I'd rather
hey.
not. Can I just look up his
Yes.
obituary
Yeah,
on Google?
sure.
Oh, so he is
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, well done.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
I thought you were just guessing there, but
No,
you're good.
I got a dead grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, dead grandpa. Well,
Yeah.
who doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh,
Grandpa.
But you guys are young.
Oh,
See, you guys.
I'm 40.
Isn't it
That's
funny how
true.
they make assumptions? Like, right?
Well,
Who here has grandpops alive? Raise your hand,
No,
right? Like
not
they're
many.
not all dead.
No,
they're
not
not
all
all.
dead.
Kind of. One's on the deathbed. Okay.
yeah,
Cancer.
they made it to like 80 or 90.
Yeah.
And my
Ah.
kids never
Yeah.
made
Cancer.
it to 40.
Cancer. Yeah.
Maybe of the heart.
When you hit
Th-
40,
There's something
they
that's
start
hitting his
dropping.
heart. So it
know?
could be lung
Like,
cancer or cancer that got up to
'Cause
his chest towards the end of his life. That's just the sense I get.
Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
they had you when
But I
they were
also
10.
feel like, as well, I get the sense too where he is around you a lot, especially when you're just trying to kind of decompress. I feel like you have a lot of, you worry about things a lot. Now, I know, now we're going to get a little bit more into you. Are you open to that?
I'm into it.
Huh?
I'm into it. I'm gay.
Okay, good.
Find it all out, whatever.
You're
Okay.
gay?
No.
Oh.
She
Game.
might find
No, I
out
think
though.
he said game.
Oh, I thought he said gay.
Game,
His
not gay.
game.
Sorry.
So
I did say gay. But
Oh.
because what I feel like is, behind the scenes and stuff, you tend to worry a lot. Like you tend to kind of go, oh, is this, and I feel like he's around you saying, hey, I don't want you to worry as much. I want you to have more faith or confidence in what you're doing and to know that you're on the right path or on the right track.
What are you worried about?
Yeah.
what am I? Oh man, a lot of things. I'm poor. The state of Pennsylvania is about to take my car.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. to worry
Philadelphia
about.
Parking Authority. That's what I'm worried about. Can my
Oh,
dead
shoot.
grandpa save me from the Philadelphia Parking Authority?
I don't
Probably
think anyone
not.
can save you from the Philadelphia Parking Authority.
Yeah.
Not even your
Other
grandfather.
than that, though, I don't worry about too much.
That's good.
I just got out of a nice 4-year relationship and I ended it on my terms.
Yeah.
Usually ladies break up with me, but I was
you
like,
did
not
it.
this time. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not worried about that.
Do
I
you
was for a
know,
little
real
bit.
quick, do you know if your grandfather was in the service? Do you know if he had a little stint in the service?
He was a nom guy.
Because I feel like there's a little bit of service with him and a little bit of just grit. He's just a man of grit. I just feel like he had some deep kind of, if he wanted to get something done, he was going to do it himself. Like he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty if
Yeah.
he needed to.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. And so, you know,
Do you know his name?
No, but I will say, and I don't, so when names come in, there's a couple that are coming in, but when names come in, it may not necessarily be that person,
Right.
unfortunately. It could be
I am
someone in the
curious
living.
what this is giving as far as names.
Well, what I keep hearing though is more of an F sound. So, and then a M sound, like a Michael. So,
Nope.
no,
Sorry.
that's okay.
Well, the
Does-
F is for you because
But
you're
do
gay.
you know, is there an F like in the, like a Phil, Frank? Doesn't have to be him. Do you understand what I mean? Could be someone in the living.
I know a Frank.
Okay. and what about a Michael? Do you understand that name?
Yes, I know Mike.
Okay. All right. And what about, there's also a John, a J name.
That was my grandpa.
Okay. So
man, oh
All right.
man.
What the hell?
She shoots, she scores.
okay. So just, you know, I feel like with him, he just, yeah, it's more, I'm just going to be honest. I mean, I think there's just things where
Does he love me still?
I'm going to give you something. I feel like you have some loneliness. And he just wants to say, you're not alone and I'm with you. And I want you to know I'm with you.
Can you tell him I said thank you?
You can tell him. He can hear you.
Yo, thank you.
Yeah, he
He's
can
at
hear you.
Skankfest.
Okay. So
Yeah. Does he like the Skankfest?
I don't know.
Ask him.
I don't think it's exactly his bag, but but you know he loves you and he is very, very supportive of you. And it's just a weird dynamic of like there's a lot where you've done life a lot on your own. And he wishes there had been more family support for you, but to know that even though he's not here in the physical, he absolutely supports you and he's with you and he's by you.
Thank you, Grandpa.
Yeah, that sucks
Yeah.
though.
That's
you.
beautiful.
I'm
All right,
sorry
do
you
Mark
don't
now.
allow
Do Mark.
No,
To Mark.
I just like to comment.
No, Paul.
I'm dead
Mark's
inside.
like, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm
Done,
I'm a
done.
robot. I got nothing in here. It's the black heart.
It's a
It's a
whole
bum
it's a
ticker.
dark, deep
So what's
hole.
interesting though, so Mark, is I do know Annie mentioned right before you got on, right, that we have a baby
Yes.
coming. But I feel like there's 2 babies. So is this our first one at the moment? Our first child coming in?
Yes.
Okay, so there's going to be
She's
2.
good at that.
Really?
And I feel like I see a boy and a girl.
Whoa.
You know what? She knows.
So do
her
we know the
stuff when it
gender
comes to
yet of
babies.
the first one coming in?
It's a they. No.
Yes.
First one is it's a boy.
Yeah, see, first one's a boy, second one's going to be a girl. So just know that.
Congrats.
Yeah, I'm good at this.
Hey,
too.
thanks. It
Yeah. But what's
could
really
go badly.
interesting, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know, you know, it's going to be interesting because I'm not 100% being shown that there's going to be a third, which is really
That's
interesting.
fine with me.
So it's almost like we might have just our 2 and then we just feel kind of pretty solid about that.
I tried to abort the first 2.
Well, it's not going to work.
No, I guess not.
No.
But no 3. We don't want 3.
But I also get the feeling as well. So here's an interesting thing because I don't know you. I don't know either of you actually, but I see you are about to start a tour. So I feel like there's like a bunch of different dates that you are starting, and this may be at the beginning of next year. So do you have a tour set up yet or not yet?
I do actually,
Okay.
but I always do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. But
Okay.
you still nailed it.
Because I don't know you.
That's true.
But I feel like
You're not going to be just a stay-at-home dad and she does all the work.
Well, what's
No.
interesting about this particular tour is I feel like there's some new people that you're going to be meeting on this tour that you don't, it's going to be more good networking for you. And I feel like it's going to lead to other opportunities, which is interesting too. You may end up with like a writing partner, just someone that you're going to go collaborate with a little bit.
Okay.
And it really feels, that relationship is going to be pretty good for you career-wise.
Wow. Okay.
So, and I feel like it's a male and he's older. So this may be someone who's been a little bit in the industry previously, someone, but he's almost like at a point of like, he still really loves it, but he doesn't have it in him to just kind of keep doing the grind.
You're describing Bill Cosby.
That's not Bill Cosby.
I love his later work.
It's not him. It's not him. But I do feel like it's going to be a guy that you're going to really, he's going to want to work. You know who I was seeing more of, and it's not him, so don't get too carried away, but more of like a Chevy Chase kind of a guy.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a little bit of more of that kind of energy that I'm getting.
Is he
Okay.
here at the Skankfest?
No, this guy's not here. No.
He's too good for this fest.
No shit.
He's just not. It's interesting. I wonder if it's just somewhere where you're going on, and it's a small club that you're going to, and this guy is just going to happen to. It's going to be like,
Wow.
I don't
Chevy
know,
Chase
you
will
two
be
are going to
there.
kind of like behind the scenes, just kind of get along.
Oh boy, I'm excited. That's
Where is
that's
Chevy,
good
Chevy
news.
Chase these days? Where does he hang out?
I don't know.
Is
I think
he
he's-
alive?
I think he's QAnon at this point.
Wait, did he die?
No, he's around.
Oh, all right.
No.
Hey, I'm at that age I can make jokes about it.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
Is March happen to be a significant month for you for a birthday or celebration?
I hate to tell you, but I don't believe it is.
When's your son due date? When's he due?
January.
Okay.
Oh, I have a grandchild coming in January
Hey.
too.
Oh, look at that. I
Mazel
predicted
tov.
her.
I know.
I predicted that gender. So that was good.
You were right.
Well, I was right.
I know you're all. She
Usually-
knows babies. She knows
Yeah.
babies. If you
Not
she'll
having
tell
any.
you if one's coming. If you want to use contraceptive, you will find out.
Wow.
She's always
Okay.
right. So
Just
you have-
curious, what about March for you?
It is my birthday month.
Okay, there we
go.
There we go. I just had to feel better. Just got to get it out.
No, it was there.
Good save.
Okay, thank you.
Does Mark have any dead people?
Let's see.
Look at his face.
With that beautiful opening, let's see who wants to now say hello.
Well, I love it when they say you're going to have a future and it's your business is going to grow, and then like you'll come back in a year or two and you'll go, "Oh my God, she was so right. It's so crazy."
I better be right.
Even
Yeah.
Duncan Trussell walked up to us
Oh,
today
yeah,
and said
he
that he
said-
was on the show. I did the show for like since
Years ago.
2013, and he was on my show, and he said that some of the stuff resonated with him for a long time. He said Susan's psychics are really good.
He goes, I really wasn't quite a believer until after I met the site, and there's things she knew nobody could know. So then we went back and we were like, who was the psychic? It was me. I was like, oh, well, thank God.
and Rebecca.
That
And
sucks because now
Rebecca,
I'm just
yes.
going to think about me being lonely and all the other sad shit you said about me.
What'd you say?
I'm just going to think about how lonely I am
There's
and how.
gonna
No,
be
you know
uplifting
you're-
she's gonna get there. You'll
Yeah,
get-
you know your grandfather is with you, though,
Thank
which
you.
is kind of super cool. And it definitely, what's really also neat, too, is you're also going to be a dad.
Wow.
Whoa. I thought you shot blanks.
So-
I thought so too.
I thought you were gay.
Unlike Alec Baldwin.
Wait, didn't you say you were gay earlier?
I was kidding. No, I'm not
No,
gay.
he's not gay.
That'd be great if you came out on this
No.
pod.
Can you tell me if I'm actually gay?
You're not gay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
There we go. A psychic said it.
Well, he was looking at me at the urinal. Just saying.
All men look at all men at urinals, I think.
That's true.
Yeah.
Especially if they're Asian.
Why is gay such a theme at the Skankfest? I've noticed
It's funny.
that and poop.
Poop.
Yeah,
Well, gay and poop are hand in hand.
yeah, they go
If
side
you're
by side.
hitting the back door, it's going to get a little messy. You know.
So you're gonna have you're gonna have a significant other, and
It's coming soon.
You won't be lonely.
You telling me I'm Baywatching?
it's coming. I would
I'll
say
start Baywatching right now.
it definitely feels next year,
Okay.
and I would say I wouldn't be surprised if it's the first half of next year.
Ooh.
Around March.
Not around March.
Birthday
but
day watching.
Could be. But I feel like it's the first half of next year, might be more May, June. So we're kind of right at that halfway mark.
Okay.
So, but I also feel like it's one that is going to feel really good. I feel like you guys, it's just it. Like you're going to know this is your person.
I will say I'm good at like 2-month relationships. I get it all out in like 60 days and then we hate each other by the end of it. But for 60 days, it's magic.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of relationships.
I know. I hate it. I got to find.
But you're going to see this person is going to, this person is going to deal with you. Like no matter what it is you're throwing at them, no matter what it is, like you're going to go, man, they're just not quitting on me. And that's just, finally you're going to go, okay, I can trust this person. It all comes down to trust for you.
Is it not you?
Me.
She's married.
Fuck.
I know her ring's
So
on the other
close,
finger, though.
Yeah, I thought I was a psychic for a second. In your future, I see us having kids and whatever else you said.
Well, I'm happy for you. That's great.
Thank you.
You're gonna have it's gonna be fine.
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay, so now your wife, right? It's you think you call her shots, and she's really the one calling the shots. Yeah. So
well, it's tough. She's in a wheelchair.
she's not in a wheelchair.
All right.
No, she's not.
Sometimes I put a broomstick in the wheel just to keep her at home. You know.
No, that's not how it's going.
Okay.
No.
Just trying to throw you off there, sister.
No, it's funny though because it's again, I think the great thing is that she is supportive, but she feels like she keeps you on task, and I think that that's really important. She'll call you out, like she's got no problem calling you out.
Big call out.
I think when you're messing up.
Yeah. Well, I'm impotent.
You're not with the baby coming. So
all right.
We know you're not.
True.
So I'm just curious that would either of you have? It could be her though, but a woman on the other side that would be like a mother or a grandmother that you knew or aware of, or do you not know?
No. All the women in my life, sadly, are alive. No, I'm just kidding. No dead ladies. Really. I mean, my grandmother's dead, but whose isn't?
What
is wrong with men?
Oh, sorry. Well, she was 89 years old.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, it's a good run.
Yeah.
82 is the national average.
Your mother's 89?
No, grandmother who's passed away.
Oh, she did? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, but she did pass away.
But that's
years ago.
That's a good ride.
She was in the IDF.
Does someone, I'm just curious because I just heard the name Rose.
This is a skincare product that I've been using recently. It works great. It's a combination of powerful anti-aging ingredients, retinol, vitamin C serum, plant stem cells, collagen peptides, hyaluronic acid, antioxidants, caviar, and natural pearl. Make Strala one of your anti-aging skincare routine products. The good thing about this is that it has all these products inside. It's a good price, so you don't have to buy 6 bottles of different products to put on your skin and make it work. It goes on smoothly. You can feel the moisture. You can feel the hyaluronic acid. I'm a total snob about what I use on my skin. And honestly, after it soaks in, it doesn't leave an oily film on your face. So I used it today because usually I have to put my makeup on, and when you pile on the hyaluronic and the C and all the oily stuff or whatever, it leaves a little shine. This goes on matte afterwards. So I'm going to give a little bit to Colby here today because I know that she really likes this kind of thing. And if you go to drdrew.com/Strala, you can get a 10% discount. And then just check it out. It's a new product. We're testing it out. I'm enjoying it. I want to get everybody's testimonial later. It's a great deal.
Does someone have a mother, grandmother where the name Rose is in the family as well?
No roses.
You can?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to check? Yeah, let me know. I just heard the name Rose of a lady named Rose.
My ex-girlfriend fell off a cliff and died on impact.
No, she didn't.
I know. That's a line from Happy Gilmore.
Okay. Well, that I didn't know, but I knew she didn't.
Good call. She got you there.
That's it.
Rose was in Titanic.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, she's good. She's good.
And there's some real quick too, as we're figuring out Rose over there. There's something around. I wanted to say a house or housing. Either you guys are looking to move or thinking about a move, something.
Yeah,
along
we're
these
moving.
lines.
That's pretty good.
So
Just got a house.
good.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. What
So-
a pro. That was impressive. Well done.
Well, thank you.
You're good.
I feel like this is going to be, very exciting, and it's great though because I feel like your wife your partner is just she's a good balance for you. Like I think she's going to do a great job at making that house feel very warm and inviting, but also kind of staying on you to kind of live up to your potential.
Oh, wow.
So don't fuck up.
That's really
I guess
big.
you're right.
Yeah.
That's basically what
The only thing really is the obesity.
No,
She's quite large.
she is not. She's pregnant. She's not large.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. That makes sense.
No, yeah.
We're thinking about getting the Ozempic.
That's not going to work.
Baby
That's not
Ozempic.
gonna-
Yeah.
You
No,
can do
no.
that all day long. She's still going to have a son. So, yeah. That's,
Okay.
She'll do
Yeah.
that after that.
Yeah, that's funny.
You knew it was a boy.
Yeah. We checked it out.
Did we check? Is there a rose? Okay.
I'm like China. If it's a lady, we'll get rid of it.
No, that's no.
Oh God.
Just joking.
And they
So-
don't have that law anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for them.
My mother-in-law's sister was named Rose, but I'm trying not to be in this because when my spirits come through,
No,
but
it's
it's happened before.
it's here. See?
Is that
See?
Rose?
That's like God ringing the phone on the truth for me. It's spirit calling, saying,
We
yeah,
have-
"This is Rose."
Everybody needs to know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people sitting in front of us, all
Oh.
females with ancestors that may come through at the same time.
Mm.
But
That's
nobody's related to Rose. Okay, Rose, what else does Rose have to say? Maybe she's giving roses.
No. So the thing with this lady Rose is just makes me, the thing is, she might have had there might have been a little bit of an accent with her. I feel like something from where she's from, a dialect or an accent.
Right.
Very straight to the point is the sense I'm getting from her.
You're thinking of Rosa.
I do feel
Rosa.
like more of a
She cleaned my room
homemaker, so I
today.
don't feel like
Anybody
she,
have a
she
Rosa?
was traditionally career.
Rosa Rita.
Rosa
So-
Parks,
Rosario.
Dawson.
And her house feels smaller. She lived in a smaller place. It's not feeling super large or super big, but she made the most of it.
It might be
So-
Robin. Robin's spirits are kind of heavy.
I just want to wait to hear if we know. Yeah.
Call her up.
Call her up.
That's all right. We'll see what they say first, and then you can use my mic. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Okay, so middle name Rose is she's a producer here, and she had a grandmother that might have been named Rose. Oh, okay. Come over here and grab the mic.
Ask her if she had a little bit of a dialect or accent or something
She
like
lived in
this.
a small house, poor.
She didn't have an accent, but she was born in the States.
Dialect, though. Remember
Oh,
dialect.
A diet like
Strong
like a-
East Coast, strong
yeah,
Southern.
maybe like a Jersey accent.
Yeah.
So probably not much of an accent at all.
Is
Or a
this your
dialect.
mom?
This is my mother.
Your
yeah.
mom is from New Jersey. She
Yeah.
doesn't. She's not going to
But
recognize another Jersey person with an accent.
Fair.
She's also. You're from Jersey, right?
Yeah.
So she can say that. She's also from Jersey. Right, but she was not Rose. Okay. All right.
It doesn't matter though. You were named after your grandmother.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we're talking to her.
Yeah. Well, just hang up on your mom. Your mom doesn't want to hear from her anyway. Hang up on her. You
I'll
don't get to
report back.
hear. You're not playing nice in the sandbox. There you go. You can watch the podcast to see what we say about your mom.
Oh well, I guess I'll talk to Rose. What does Rose have to say? What's her message?
Oh,
It was her mom's.
Yeah.
Okay, so your great grandma.
but
yeah,
I could,
they
but I
do
could,
exist.
yeah,
They were women, and you probably have trauma from her to your dad, and then the trauma came to you too. So she's here to say she's sorry. Okay, now she's listening.
She's just make.
It's called
She's just making that all up. Though. I didn't say she was here to say she's
generational
sorry.
trauma. We
What are
all
you
have
talking
it.
about?
We all have it, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It sucks. Alcoholism, shit like that.
That's a real thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so grandma's here.
Yeah.
Not that it may not apply to you, but it could.
I feel like to me it wasn't about sorry. We do have family. People do have generational trauma. I don't feel like that's why she wanted to come forward. I feel like she wanted to come forward because she was limited, and it almost feels physically by the space she was in, limited by what she was able to do. And she really gives me the sense of you not being traditional. Like, don't allow yourself to be limited by what's being imposed on you. And maybe that's mom. I don't know. But maybe don't be imposed by what other people think you should be doing, and allow yourself to kind of break free and be open to what it is you want to do or who you want to be with. Okay?
Just be a lesbian.
That's what she wants to say.
Let it out.
Okay, so it had nothing to do. I was just projecting my shit on you. Yeah. That was my shit. I have alcoholism and
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
seem so put together.
Well, I come from a long family of beer makers. And
Oh,
there
beer
was
makers.
alcoholism in my family. But I didn't find out I was fucked up until recently because of it. So anyway.
You're
I
married to
don't
a
think you are.
psychiatrist.
I know.
You're great. You're great.
I'm a functioning alcoholic. I'm not drinking right now. I've been sober since June.
Can we get her a
that's pretty
drink?
good.
No, just kidding.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Like you wouldn't know it, but it does run in my family.
Sure.
But when you make beer in Prague for a living and you're a bootlegger, that's what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I have a long, history of that. But
Yeah.
but also it's a genetic thing, and but it's what I was talking about is sometimes the spirits will come through and they'll go, "I'm so sorry," because I was not, aware that I was a narcissistic asshole and I was drinking a lot. Yeah, they do come through and do that.
There are spirits that come through and will apologize for sure. Yeah.
especially if they were dicks.
Absolutely.
Like, really, seriously.
Mhm.
And I mean, I was just making fun of her but I think that she was instrumental in getting us this podcast today. And I met her.
Oh, that's interesting.
She's a good egg.
See, look at Rose then. Like, look at Rose just
Rose
having
is
your
proud
back.
of you,
see,
'cause
isn't that interesting
And
though?
we were all running around trying to find people to read and stuff. And she helped produce the show today. So
Oh,
did
that's
a great job,
Natalie's the best.
Yeah.
Natalie Rose.
Mm.
That's interesting though, right? Because I looked right at I was like, I love this work. It's very cool.
So I think Mark's getting bored. He's looking at his phone.
Sorry. My
needs another
wife
dip.
just told me she's pregnant again with a girl.
No. She's got to have that one first, tell her. Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. Unless it's an alien baby.
Sorry.
That's okay. Any questions you guys have?
Sure. Who's going to win the election?
Oh, I already called that. I say it's Trump.
Oh, really?
Ooh. Yeah.
Interesting.
But I called it way back. I said Biden wasn't going to be
standing
there.
by that? You
I
think
said Biden wasn't going to be there before Biden dropped out.
Nice.
I said I don't see Biden there.
Nobody's going to kill him before the election. Please, God.
No. And I don't believe so.
I mean, there's a bounty on him.
I feel like you should be betting more. You
Yeah,
can see the
for sure.
future. Why aren't you at the sports
Go to
book right
Circa.
now? Yeah.
You know why? Because there's a belief in what we do. Maybe not everyone.
You don't want to misuse your powers.
Exactly.
Gives you
It's
bad karma.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this gift is to be of service, not self-serving.
Uh-huh.
So I feel
Amen.
like that's why.
I got one. Who's the next cast member from Fast and Furious to die?
Ooh, good one.
Wow. Actually, how about I go back and tell you a story about
Paul Walker never died.
Walker. You want?
He was drone striked by the CIA. That's what I believe.
Whoa, mama.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, but let me tell you this kind of weird prediction I had. So I used to do kind of accounting and business management back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy named Jason Biggs, who's,
Oh, yeah.
Apple, right?
American Pie.
That's right. He was a pretty big, actor. He was in a movie with Paul with the Huskies. You guys, Snow
Dogs?
something like that. Remember? Okay.
Good movie.
So I had a big poster in my house back in the day with Paul and Jason's signature on it with my dog's names on it. And it was a few days before Paul passed away. I literally said to my best friend, so she can document, I said, we could take the poster down. We're not going to need it anymore.
Damn.
And I don't know why I said it at that time. I just knew, I don't need that anymore.
Paul Walker's going to die.
And it was just a few days later that,
How did he die?
Well, not only, it was a car accident in
So
a Porsche.
handsome.
But
I'm going to get you a Vin Diesel poster.
the thing is
You want to get rid of it?
even
No.
then, so on the news, it was, I believe Malibu, and they talked about this red Porsche, and it went off the side. And so before you heard anything, I heard Paul Walker. And so I went to the TV to go, what just happened? And I couldn't believe that. I was like, okay, that's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens to me when you,
Yeah.
People die.
talk to dead people. But yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's
that's
crazy. Can I ask a real question that's going to be awkward?
Yeah.
I have this weird feeling in my bones that I'm going to die die young, like before I turn 50. You see anything on that? I just got
Why
a
do you
feeling.
feel that way?
I don't know. I'll probably drunk drive. I'll
Don't.
get jumped and stabbed. I have a feeling I'm going to die before 50.
Oh.
Do you get that?
Let me look.
You getting anything there, sister?
I mean, you're on the road a lot.
Yeah.
You do drink, but don't drive.
A lot of
You
drinking, a
drink.
lot of driving, a lot of
Don't.
drugs, a lot of flights, a lot of cars, a lot of...
You don't fly a plane when you're drunk.
No,
That's true.
You're not going to pass before you're 50.
All right, 51.
You're not.
Okay,
That's
I
an
appreciate
interesting
it.
You're not
question.
gonna-
I've
it
never
is.
had anybody.
I always
ask
feel
that
like I'm
question.
going to die.
It is.
You have a dark side.
Are you
Well-
scared? Are you scared of dying?
I think some people.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I
I
think
feel that.
people sometimes have a fear of dying when there's something in their intuition telling them that they need to kind of change something.
Ooh, interesting.
So,
Stop eating gluten.
well, or drinking and driving, but
Yeah.
Don't take those out.
I'm pretty good at it. Pretty good drunk driver over here.
but there's just some things, that aren't feeling right in your, and that's I think where that premonition is coming in.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah.
And when you hit about 40, mid 40s and stuff, you start thinking about your health and and also your longevity, just because you see like the older generation getting closer to dying.
Yeah, definitely.
But you work in an industry that is like super scary because you're always on the road, you're always in sort of crazy places. You have to protect yourself, and and everybody feels like that in America now. We all feel like we need a gun or something.
What
Yeah.
I feel like also though, and again, that feeling may have been with you for a long time, but it may be feeling more heightened because you have a son coming in, and
you become
you
more
want to be
protective.
there,
good
and
point.
it's like,
Yeah, I
what am
forgot
I
about
doing
that.
now? Am I not going to be here for my kids? Am I not going to be able to? So yeah,
Okay, that helps.
Yeah,
Thanks.
It does change your mindset a little bit. You'll get
Yeah.
older. And, I mean,
Yeah.
you can drink whatever, just don't drink too much and don't drive.
did your
All right.
wife
Don't
work
get a
in an
DUI.
office? I'm just curious.
She used to.
Yeah, she feels more. I don't know if clerical is the right word, but more
Yeah.
computer based or something like
Definitely
that.
computer based.
Yeah.
Well, she needs you.
I
It
don't
sounds
know.
like you're going to be having another baby, so you'll be around.
Yeah,
at
there's
least that
going to be
long.
2 of them.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. So that's something to look forward to.
Well, you got 2?
I have 3.
Oh, boy.
They're
I have
triplets.
triplets.
Whoa, 3 and 1.
Yes, I got pregnant at 31 with 3 babies.
31. That Dr. Drew's got some real
Strong energy.
jizz.
I know. But they're 31 years old now.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're all adults. And
Are they
one's having
here?
a baby.
Oh, hey, Mazel
and
tov.
Same time as yours. What's your due date?
January 25.
I think we're the 15th. So
Woohoo.
Martin
See,
Luther
maybe
King.
Huh?
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
What happened to
so-
him?
He was born on the 15th or something.
Oh, all right. How
yeah,
about that?
hopefully the baby's born on a holiday weekend. It'll have fun birthdays.
Yeah,
but,
there you go.
Her name's Eloise. And,
Ooh.
she's a girl.
I hope so.
Yes.
I named a boy Eloise. That would ruin him. All right. How
Yeah.
many kids you got?
0.
Aha.
I have a stepdaughter. I should say that. It's new.
Hold
like
on.
a new stepdaughter.
I see in your future
None other than that. That's what you.
0 children.
Yes.
This is all rotten. And his fallopian tube is ruined. No. A lot of drugs as a kid?
No.
Oh, really? You want any?
No.
All right.
Nope.
I got some
Nope.
fentanyl right in my pocket.
No, that's great. That's good. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Skankfest. This is where you get the best of the best.
It's in the gift bag.
What do they call those when you go to a
Goodie
award
bag?
show? No, like it's
Swag
called
bag?
a swag bag. That's what I think. That's what I was thinking of.
Skanky swag bag.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking
Fentanyl and-
of. Any
and
questions? Anybody want to ask
whiskey.
anything else?
I think I got it all out.
You did?
What about racial equality? Will we ever have it?
No.
All right, good. I don't like them.
Aliens. Ask her about aliens.
Jews? What do you think? Is that going to end the peace in the Middle East? Is that ever going to happen?
There's never going to be world peace as much as a lot of us would like to have it. But you know that there's always that just the dynamic of the struggle of power will always be there because you have the ego at play. So there's always going to be power at hand.
That makes
Got it.
sense. Are there going to be any new animal discoveries in the next 6 months?
Ooh.
In the next 6 months,
Yeah.
animal discoveries.
Aliens.
Like a new species. They discover new species all the time.
Well, I know they're putting like humans and cows together or something.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's why
Yeah.
they're saying
I
that.
think I saw a few of them here
Yeah.
in this audience. Yikes.
I don't think anything that would be like, wow, this is going to be front page news.
Okay.
Yeah. So to your point, is there something that was and being rediscovered or something they're kind of, but nothing I don't think that is going to be,
No new woolly mammoth or nothing.
not
coming soon.
that I'm tapping into. No.
All right.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is trans real?
Is what?
Never mind.
Okay.
We'll keep
So,
moving.
Colby, you asked me a question
Yes.
about for my divining rod woman
Oh, yeah.
and about aliens.
Yes.
And it was whether or not the U.S. government knows that aliens exist.
Yes.
I think they do.
I believe they do too.
Yes.
And I was watching the History Channel when I was flying here, and they were talking about aliens, how they go back way in history, and there's been, a lot of psychics that have predicted what has happened now. But they were talking about how, that our brains we're all connected to some kind of alien life out there in the universe, but it's like an iCloud, and we're all connected, and this is not a new thing, the iCloud. This is something that already existed, and our brains are all connected to that. But that sort of like is some kind of a universal, like, what do they call it? Like it's all mathematical or whatever. But when we see aliens, what are we seeing? And what is what has the government seen that you think that it could potentially have been or knows?
Okay. So first and foremost, no, I do not believe that we are all connected to aliens. I do not. What you were describing to me is this idea of that we're all connected to source. We are all connected, which is why we can empathize and feel and understand one another on some level, regardless of how we may cover it up or what comes our way or our experiences. I do believe, yes, that the government absolutely has covered up what they know about other life forms. Because, I absolutely believe that we cannot be the only life form here.
And
but that's not really, I can't even say that's really psychic. I'm pretty sure that's got to be proven some way, pretty much.
Because they
you know?
is it because they think we'll panic if we get this information?
Aha.
Because that's what they
That
said.
makes sense.
That's what they said on the History Channel.
I would panic. If we knew that if it was like Independence Day type aliens and that's what they're hiding from us, of course you're going to panic. If you know they could just blow up the world with a laser, that's scary.
The government doesn't even want to tell you what happened to JFK. The government doesn't want to tell you what happened to, why Marilyn Monroe took all the pills. Like, the government doesn't want to tell you
Right.
basic things. You think they're going to tell you about foreign life on
But do
another
you think
planet?
if the government was transparent, now that we know the government lies about everything after COVID and all this other stuff, we're all starting to becoming more conscious, so having a higher vibration, aware of things, because we all sat in our house eating Cheetos, waiting to die. But now that we have this higher consciousness and we're realizing that the government has been lying to us about pretty much everything, what if they told us? Do you think we would panic?
No. I mean, at this point, there's just too much out there that I don't believe
think
people
you guys would dig
panic.
it. You'd be like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. I mean,
We might panic for a minute or two, but like you said, there's too much that happens. So like it would get blown over in a week, and people would completely forget that aliens are
We'd be
here.
on the freeway with them.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh, there he
We're
is.
like, yo, it's Super Bowl week. Who
But
the
I wonder
fuck
if they
cares about
would be,
aliens?
if suddenly they would just be shown if we all knew they were there. It's almost like the secret is out, so they just all show up.
Then
Yeah.
you'd have some asshole going, well, you can't say alien. You got to say unearthed person. You got to have 2 aliens in every movie. 2 aliens, 1 cup. It never ends.
Just interracial alien commercials.
Yeah, my daughter's dating an alien. I approve.
Listen. Sometimes women would like an alien. They can't find the right guy.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
In my case, most of the time, that's probably what they would prefer. I think.
We've been at the Skankfest for the last 48 hours, and trust me.
yeah, these ladies need an alien in their life.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think Drew's going to the dark side. But I just want to, throw that out there, talk about something a little bit more, something that eventually, hopefully, our grandchildren will know is true.
Yeah.
You know?
I hope so.
It's going to end up being awareness. I mean, right? It's going to end up. You already have the resources that can take us to other planets, right? So it's just a matter of time before it's fully exposed to the public.
And I guess there was like a nuclear bomb on Mars or whatever, and they're like, where did that come from? And then they saw this big long cigar object, and they said it was, there was something floating through the air, and they've seen it. And then there's these 3 orbs that rotate around. They've seen that. Like fighter pilots, they're like, we've seen this shit. Like we're just flying along, and all of a sudden we see this like thing. And
They're out there.
But here's the question. What about P. Diddy? Is he going down?
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah,
no.
good one.
I mean, that's, again, I don't think you have to be very psychic to see that one either.
Okay.
I mean, that guy's going down. He's really going to go down. I feel like there's going to be so much exposed. And not only do I feel like he's going down.
what about Obama?
I feel like there's some other major celebrities going down as well. And they're going to be able
It was
to,
me.
they're going to be able to have like physical proof, whether it's video or, it's not going to be.
Were you at P. Diddy's
hearsay.
house?
I'm one of the few people who still wishes he was invited to
I
those
know.
parties.
I didn't get invited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
How the hell
all
was my
the-
invite?
There's so many people who are really pissed they didn't get invited.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to say them necessarily. but
Why?
yeah.
J-Lo, Kutcher,
Well, I mean, J-Lo for sure. Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Beyonce.
I just always wonder.
Ooh, Bieber. He got diddled.
She's gonna-
Sorry.
Oh, for
Oh
sure.
yeah. No, Ashton's gone down. So the thing with Ashton, look, don't come after me, Ashton. But the thing with Ashton is, he's getting tied to, he's so close to this person, then they're going down. This person, they're going down. So,
Right.
he needs to choose better friends.
Yeah.
I'll just say it that way.
But if we were invited to that party, we'd all go.
Of course
Yeah,
we would.
sure.
I would have gone. Same with Epstein's
Well,
plane.
I think there's a lot of intimidation, though. The thing is that
You got invited to do stand up at P. Diddy's house. You would have shown up.
yeah, of course.
And you probably would have stayed for the after hours.
Of course.
party
I want
and
to
watched
fuck
everybody.
Bieber.
Sure.
He's that cute little 15-year-old
But it's
boy butt.
Yeah, I just wonder like what else is going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
yeah,
All roads
there's
point
going to be a
Obama.
lot. There's going to be a lot that really comes
I
out.
hope so.
And I feel like you are going to have a celebrity that is going to really break it wide open, break the. And I feel like it
That's
is
what
going
P.
to be.
Diddy was doing, dude.
I feel like it's going to be a male that comes forward and just says,
Oh.
"All right, I'm going to share what I know and what was hidden," because he, he was so protected, right? Like he's kind of this.
It was a secret
godlike of the music industry who was going to go after him.
Right.
Sure.
So
He's. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just saying he's going down for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad stuff.
Feels like he's dodging for a while. I guess all those bottles of lube make you pretty slippery. Hard for the popo to nab you.
Yes, for sure.
What about the migrants, huh?
Well, maybe that was so he could get away faster. He just lubed up and ran fast.
Exactly.
And then nobody could catch him.
He's like a slip and slide.
Slippery pig.
Damn it, we can't catch him.
Yeah. 50 Cent's going at him pretty hard.
Yeah.
50.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Suge Knight was like in jail, like talking about him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
He thought he was worried about him detoxing in jail. So, we always hear this part of the story because, like, when I watch the news, I'm like, hey, Drew, he's probably detoxing in jail. And he goes, oh, that makes sense. And then he's like, well, maybe this was a bigger issue with his drug use and his, because as we get older, sometimes it just ramps up and gets out of control.
Sure.
And, all those fun parties and anything don't stop when everybody goes home. All of a sudden, he's like using and I mean, I feel sorry for people that have to go into jail and detox because it must be hard. But I don't know. Still don't get the 1,000 bottles of lube. That is just
Yeah.
weird.
I think that had to have been an exaggeration. There's no way. 1,000?
Maybe.
Why doesn't Just Stop Oil go raid his
Sponsor
house?
him, yeah. Wow.
He's using all this oil. It's a lot of lube.
Oh my God! I just thought maybe they were parting gifts for friends.
Oh,
when they came
maybe,
over and
maybe.
he just stocked up. For
It
Christmas.
could have been someone gifted them to him too. It could have been a manufacturer saying, "Hey, if you're going to use it, use mine."
He's
Sure.
fracking.
It could be anything.
It was a sponsor.
Yeah, good point.
He was
be
expecting a
anything.
baby.
All right, were they really eating the cats and the dogs? What do you think? They're eating the pets. They're eating the dogs. Did you see that whole thing? Thank you. No way.
Wow. Are they eating them?
How's your goldfish? Great. Wow, you got horses? Who are you? Jeez Louise, we got an equine over here. Good to have you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
Well,
well.
you guys have done a fabulous job. You've got like 5 minutes to get to your next venue.
Oh.
And I just, if you guys are like into Mark Norman's stuff, he's actually pretty funny.
Jeez.
Yeah, where can we find you?
Let's see. I am on marknormancomedy.com, Twitter, 4chan, you name it. No, Instagram, all that. YouTube. Give it a Google.
Yeah, and you're so sweet to do this for me today because like everybody expected it to be live, and I was like, I don't think so. But I'm really excited to do a podcast with you guys because these are great comedians.
Thank you.
And also, I want to thank you, Drew, for coming. Where can we find you?
Oh, thank you. Just Do-Rag and the Deer Tag podcast on everything. Check it out. It's a good time.
Hell yeah.
And you know what, everybody who's watching, if you want to see the Skankfest, you can get it at mintcomedy.com.
Oh.
So like everything is live broadcast, goes up into the cloud, and you can see Drew with a do-rag on.
Yeah, we had Dr. Drew in a chrome do-rag about an hour ago.
Whoa.
The best time of my life. It's
I have
truly
to send you 2
groundbreaking
photos
stuff.
because I went into the ladies' restroom and there was a wash rag around the faucet.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, who wore it better, Dr. Drew or the faucet in the bathroom? And it's really funny.
It was really a good
It's a
show.
super cute
It was
watch.
really fun, and we appreciate you having him. And also,
Oh, of course.
and also, Mark. Every time I met you at a comedy.
But that's true.
I
Oh,
met
that's
you
fun.
at a comedy show in New York,
Yes.
and
I remember that.
We were doing an Ask Dr. Drew the next day, and I said, "Oh, I might need a guest or whatever," and you're like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. He
Uh-oh.
always says, "Yeah, I'll do it," and he shows up. So, and that's really important to someone like me because at the last minute I'm producing shit, and then I'm like, "Oh gosh, I would need." Somebody to show up. But thank you for doing this.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it. And
Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad I met you guys.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah,
I
this was
wanna,
great.
we'll stay in touch, and we'll maybe in the future we'll cross paths again. And
I hope
and
so.
do some more.
Good to meet you too. Very impressive.
It was nice meeting you.
And
Thank you.
Yeah, nice
where
to
can
meet you
everybody
guys.
find you, Colby, once again?
ColbyRebel.com or at Colby Rebel Medium on all your favorite social handles.
Yes. And thank you, everyone who's
Medium.
helped us
Thank
here
you.
today with the production.
right.
And
I'm a medium.
Robin and And now we're going to give a little spirituality tips to Mark after the show. So he can be intuitive as well.
Oh, no.
Colby can teach that. But thank you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.